Welcome to Excel 5. As we get started on this, we're going to do a couple different steps to make sure we're ready for this lesson. All right. First step, you want to make sure you're in your Office 365. And as you're in your Office 365, you're going to go and you're going to search for Excel 5. And that search there should get you where we need to be. And just search everything. What you're looking for, it's called Excel 5 Data and Questions. Excel 5 Data and Questions. If you open that up, the first thing you want to do is basically just download a copy of it. Easiest way to do that is come over here, click download, and then the file is going to download for you. Alright, and here it is. Go ahead and open it up. And now that it's open on your device, you're going to want to click Enable Editing, and then go ahead and File, Save As, and then save it to your drive. I'm just going to save it to the computer for now, and then just kind of get rid of this part right here and put your name in there. Right? So we have that. Go ahead and click Save. Now you're ready to get started on today's lesson. Today's lesson in Excel is all about learning how to create tables and how to manipulate those tables. Right? And so we're going to walk through the first one together, and then there's information that you're going to do the second one, and then there's some questions here at the end that you're going to have to answer as the final part of your assignment. All right? Okay. Now, in front of you, you have a list of data, right, all kind of put into Excel. And what we want to do is what's called creating a table. Now, this isn't just putting borders around it. It's actually using a special feature found in Excel. So if I select a cell, go to Insert, click Table, right, suddenly you're going to get a pop-up box. And it realizes that you don't want just that one cell, but you want all that information in there, right? Because we do have headers here, right? We have the names of these things. We do want to make sure you have this box checked before you press OK. And once you press OK, you see you get a table that comes up. Now it's still selected. That's why it's a little darker here, right? And over here you have table styles. You can change the colors. You definitely have that freedom in this exercise. You don't have to work with blue, but it doesn't give you extra points if you change the color. All right. I'm just going to go with purple just to say I did it. All right. Okay. Now, as we look at our table, you notice that our headings cannot be completely seen. There's these drop-down arrows, and that's what makes it a table, because now we get all these different options that we can use. And this is what we really want to utilize when it comes to understanding working with tables in Excel. All right. First of all, we have the idea of sorting, right? I can take things and sort things by a number of different options, right? You can see the A to Z. You can see lots of different things. And a lot of it depends on what box you click on, right? If I click on the order date, it's going to go sort oldest to newest, right? If I go to something that's more words, it's going to sort A to Z. And if I go something like this, right, I can go smallest to largest. So Excel is going to find that feature that makes the most sense with what you have there, right? And so we have those different ways of sorting data depending on whether it's numbers or dates or text. Right? The other thing we can look at is we can start to manipulate some of our stuff. For instance, I can go to the column called units, right? And if you can't see the units, you can definitely extend it like this, right? Right, you can see the hovering units appears. And so as I click on units, now I have all of this information dropping down in front of us. And so we have lots of different things that we can see, right? Smallest to largest, that kind of stuff. Right? I'm not going to cancel it, okay? Another function that we now have is what's called filtering. Right? In that same menu, we can start looking at different ways to filter things. Right? So if I click on the item column, right, see I have filters here. right? And if I only wanted to see, let's say I just want to see pencils, right? I can start to uncheck things, and then if I click OK, the table is going to adjust, and it's only going to show the pencils. You can see a little symbol up there that means there's a filter there, and when I do that, I can see exactly what I want to see. All right, the tutorial talks about doing desks. I chose pencils. All right. As you look at this, right, now we get specific data, all specific to these different, this item number, right? Now, your data is not gone, it's just filtered, right? If I want to see everything again, I just got to clear my filter. There it goes. Everything is back, ready to be seen again, right? So we can see this idea, right? Other things you can do with filters is you can filter, your dates, right? So right now we have some 2010s, and if you scroll down, you got some 2011s too. And so I can not only select a specific year, but I can also go to a specific month, right? By pressing that plus sign, right? I got the plus, minus, and if I wanted to, I could even go specific by the day, if I wanted to go that far to find the correct filter, right? And so if I wanted to see something in March 7th, 2011, I can go to March, and I can go 7th, right? So what I would do to start is to uncheck these. I go to March 7th, click OK, and there we go. There's only one thing there, and we found it, right? Another way to do this is we can actually type some of this stuff. Right? We can type some of this stuff in and find these filters without having to go click. So another way to do this is I can go here. All right, I've cleared my filter. I didn't show you that. All right, go to date filters, and now I can come up to this mention equals, and then suddenly I get a menu, and I can start putting in dates from what I specifically want, right? And if this is going to go to a present day calendar, you see October 2015, or I can just type it in myself. I can say March 7th. Right? And nothing came up. All right? So we have that idea because there's nothing for March. It should have been 2011. Okay. All right. Now that we get the idea of how to do this, right, we can also go to the fact that you can do multiple filters at a time. So for example, if I want to know the number of binders sold in July of 2010, right, so first I'm going to change it so all I see is binders. Right, click OK there. And then I just want 2010. I don't want 2011. And I'm going to actually uncheck that because I only want July. Right? So now I got those filters set. And suddenly I have exactly the information that I need. Right? 2 filters set there. And that's going to help us out in understanding this. Right? So, as we're working on all this stuff, right, you can also see down here at the bottom right, it tells you how many records you actually have. You actually have about 43 records, but only 2 are showing because only 2 fit the filters that you have in front of you. One last thing to talk about. All right? Excel allows you to have more than one spreadsheet available at a time. Right? So if we go down here to the bottom, right, we see that we have this spreadsheet. We kind of showed you this at the beginning of the video. And we have the office supplies. There are also 2 other ones, right? Here's a second spreadsheet, right? Sales report. This is the one you're going to be working on for your assignment, right? And then you have the sales report questions. Right? So we have 2 different pages there. And so what we can do is by switching to those, you can start to work with and use these skills to be able to answer the questions here, right? So what you need to do, this is your assignment, all right? I'll give it to you right here. You're going to answer these 10 questions. To answer these 10 questions, you need to go to the sales report, right? You're going to have to change this data into a table, right? Insert table, right? And then you're going to use filters based upon these questions to help you to get the answers to these questions, all right? All right? And so you have all these different questions, and basically all you're learning about is filters. Okay? When you're done with this, right, you need to save it, okay, and then you want to upload it back to Office 365. And right, we're going to our sites here. And once you go to sites, right, computer class, and then 8th grade computer, and then you should see, where is Excel 5? I will make a folder for Excel 5. There'll be a folder for Excel 5, and then you click upload. Make sure that it's the file name, Excel 5, and you should have your name behind that. All right, that's what I will be looking for in the file. All right, that is it for Excel 5. Right? If you do want to see the tutorial itself, right, the words printed out for you, you can go to OneDrive and look up Excel 5 like this, and you'll find the tutorial that I just read through with you. All right, all about sorting and filtering. Give you some pictures, give you some visuals, how to work through this. Right? And then if you can also have that open, and then you don't have to flip back and forth between questions if you so choose.